going to Tashi Station. It's just as fair. Tashi Station. I'm never gonna get out of here. I was going to Tashi Station. On the line. Tashi Station. I pick up some powerful burners.
Hello everyone, it is I, the Oscar-nominated a-hole, the a-hole who is sometimes a troll, and today we're going to be talking about this awful, terrible, horrific, horrendous, awful, oh, come on, Marvel, come on. So, there has now been a release of some Tolkien by Tessa Thompson, who, if you don't know, played Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok, and will be playing in more movies coming forward, unfortunately. And she stated that the future of the MCU is going to be more female. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what comic book fans have been wanting. We read these comic books, we play the video games, we watch the films, and you know what we say? We need more women in the movies. You know, not, oh, I'd like this cool plot point, oh, I'd like this character to show up, oh, that'd be really cool if they did this action scene, or this plot line, or this storyline, or this character, or whatever. No, we need more the JJs, you know? We need more slits in the wrists, you know what I mean? Slitsin, you know? There you go, that's another word for it, slits. We need some more slits. No more protrusions, if you want to be obscure about it. We don't need any more, no more protrusions. We don't like anything that dangles, God forbid. No, we want just slits. Because, you know, that's what makes a movie good. That's what makes a character have great qualities. You know, that is just sit back and relax and be able to enjoy a 2-hour, 3-hour long movie. More slits. That's all I need. That makes everything better. If you just have that, nothing else, no character development, no personality, I could look at just slits all day. And then, you know what? It'd just be so empowering. These people are not people. They're lunatics. They're wackadoos. They're insane SJW idiots who think that the only thing important in life is what is between your legs. What do you like to put into that thing in between your legs? And that's literally it. That's all they care about. These people are so absolutely obsessed with sex. It's kind of scary. It's like, you guys need to go see a therapist, because you would make Freud run for his money. They'd be like, dude, he'd be like, oh, what are you trying to do? He was German, I'm trying to, you know, come on, Fräulein, like, why you talk about sex so much, you know? He's like, you know, that's a little too far, buddy boy, okay? You're going a little too extreme with it. I just, you know, I thought about the id and the ego, and, you know, I kind of thought about stuff in a sexual way, but you guys are going off the rails with it. You're making a lifestyle change. You guys need to calm it down. And I think that's a problem. I think that's a massive problem for them to be affecting in our movies, and our cultures, and our cinema, and therefore affecting kids, and affecting therefore the future generation, and then adults, and then those kids will grow up to be voting and having jobs, and then they'll have these thought processes in their heads all the time, and then if they go to university, then it's going to be pounded into their skulls, and if they're not on the defense, then they're automatically going to be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, because you got a PhD, so you must know everything. So anyways, this is just pathetic that the MCU has to stoop down to this level of, you know, we have to have women in every single film. Like, it's fine to have women in film, and yeah, I totally support that. But if the reason why is because it's just because you want a woman in a film, and not because that woman has a compelling character arc and a story and a personality, you're basically turning them into a checkbox. You haven't given, you're dehumanizing the woman. If anything, you're doing a woman a disservice, because you're saying, yeah, I really don't care about who you are or your personality. All I care about is the fact that you fit into my little box, and therefore I can use you to better gain me reputation. You don't care, these SJWs, and I'm talking to you SJWs out there, you don't care about people like females. You don't care about LGBTs. You don't care about minority groups. You know what you care about? making yourself look good. That's literally all you care about. You go around, trying to white knight yourself, trying to, I'm going to help out the minorities. I'm going to help them out because I'm such a good person. You know what? How about this? I think that people of minorities, women, and people of LGBT and whatever, they can do exactly the same thing I can do. And you know what? I let them do it. Go right ahead. You do it better than I do. And I'm sure a lot of them can. And therefore, when they get better than me, they deserve to be in better positions and, be above me because they're doing better things than me. Pretty sure that's a normal person thing, Hollywood. But Hollyweird is completely filled into a little atmospheric bubble that they can't be able to see outside of that general scope of California. That's why they go around saying that the Earth is dying, but that's because they live in San Diego and the air looks like you can't see the stars because there's so much light pollution, and then there's so much fog, and there's so much steam, and they're like, oh my god, we're all gonna die. There's no trees anywhere. It's like, go to Middle America. There are trees everywhere. Don't think that the whole world looks like your little bubble, okay? Anyways, that goes into a totally different topic, and that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. What we're talking about is the MCU is saying that they're going to go more woke. Basically, they're going to go more woke, and therefore, as a result, you go more broke. And a lot of people would say, well, look at Captain Marvel. See, it's woke, but it's not broke. That's because you're not putting it within the context of when it came out. Because you put it in the context of when it came out, then it's like, oh yeah, it was, after Infinity War, before Endgame, and she's told that she's an integral part, and of course the normies aren't going to listen to, people saying, hey, excuse me, hey, Brie Larson, she's doing this stuff, she's saying this stuff about white men. She's saying that their opinions don't matter when they come to films that that are not targeted towards them. They're not listening to that. Normies just go to see a movie because they're like, oh yeah, I remember that last thing was Captain Marvel, and this is the next thing before Endgame. So yeah, I'm gonna go watch it. That's literally almost I'd say 80% of Marvel fans who go see those films. Anyways. My question is, and I hope that you answer this down in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this. Is the MCU going to go broke? I know it might take a while. I know it might take a couple years. But seriously, after Endgame, people are going to check out. People aren't going to go see these movies anymore. People don't want to go see these movies afterwards. I don't want to. I'm sure a lot of you don't want to. And after that, if they keep going woke... And by the way, they said one of the possibilities is a female Thor-led movie. Why? I don't care. Like, if you're like, oh, but she's hot. It's the MCU. They're not going to make her hot, because reasons. DC's not afraid to. DC's like, sure, we'll make a hot girl. And we're like, thank you, DC. AKA Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Super hot. Yet super feminine and very feminist. So it's a perfect combination. Anyways, so it just really annoys me to see this happening because there was so much potential for the MCU. But do you think that in the next 5 years or 6 years or whatever, that the MCU will slowly decline? I think that they are. I think it's almost time for them to be over with. I think it's almost time for them to be up. Their time it's over, I think. I think it's time for DC to step in. Or maybe a new era. Who knows? It'll be very interesting to see this transitional period. If there is one. Tell me what you guys and gals think down in the comment section below. And like the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.
Well, I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
You can waste time with your friends when your chores are done. Come on.
Well, I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Luke!
On the